Hi, I'm Lee Hawes. You're watching Classic Hunts.
Hunt. To pursue with the intent to capture. Classic. Traditional. Enduring. It is with these words that we venture into the past. Today, Buffalo Arms and Turnbull Restoration present Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes. Come join the buffalo hunter on an historical hunting journey from the Americas to Africa and Asia. Experience all the world of hunting has to offer with the men, machines, and methods that tamed the wild more than a century ago. Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes is brought to you by Buffalo Arms, outfitters to the Old West. Turnbull Restoration, preserving history, one gun at a time. Shoots in black powder, only the best in world-class black powder. Lone Star Rifle Company, doing one thing and doing it best. Wool Power, when going indoors is not an option. And Hawes Ranch Outfitters, adventure is our business. This week on Classic Hunts, it's all about Russian boar. One of Lee's friends from Texas, Mike West, is going to join Lee as the dogs hunt the hogs. Lee and Mike will also get on the hunt buggy here at Hawes Ranch Outfitters in Ford, Kansas.
Let's go.
This is the place, huh? Sure is pretty here.
Pretty place.
Beautiful. Beautiful country.
Oh, yeah. There you go. All right, well, let's go down through here. Come on, Bill. Come on, Bill. See, that's the thing that's unusual about these dogs for hunting dogs. You notice they keep coming back to us?
Yeah, they do. They're really good about that.
They won't just stay clear out. Yeah, these
Chattahoochees is what they're?
Catahoulas.
Catahoulas. Catahoulas. Named after there's some conjecture whether it's the Catahoula Indians or the Catahoula Lake in Louisiana. But Native Americans created them from the Buceron dog from the French Catholic priest that came into that country, the DeSoto war dogs, and a red wolf. Never heard that. How old a breed are they?
Well, they started breeding them in the 1600s. They've got webbed feet. If you'll notice, when we pull them, we'll catch them up, you'll look at their feet, they got webbed feet.
I hadn't noticed.
And when they come running up to you to greet you, a lot of times they'll grin. They'll show their teeth, you know.
That's because they're so happy to be out here.
Well, let's head on down to the creek here. I think they're ready to find us some hogs.
I gotta get my feet wet, huh?
See how these tamaracks are thick?
Yeah.
And you know, there's like tunnels down in through there and stuff.
That's fascinating. A lot of that you'd have to get down on your hands and knees.
Well, that's the thing. That's what makes it such a good place to hunt these Russian boar. It's like this. If you didn't have dogs, you could walk right by them.
You could walk right by anything.
They'll just let you, you know, they'll just, especially if Russians, they'll just freeze and let you go by them. Go ahead. Well, Mike, they're not very far ahead of us.
That stuff looks like it's still warm.
Yeah, this is a hog droppings. Look out there, dog. This is hog droppings, and they're pretty fresh stuff.
Oh, they're real fresh.
Real fresh stuff, so we're not far behind. See, Mike, how they've been, these hogs, these Russians kind of make a bed in here. These are beds. The nice thing about like this area, where we've got Russians, there's not like a lot of forage or anything growing in there, you know. So they're really not hurting anything.
So how big are these animals?
Oh, 200, 250 pounders.
They're a chunk of pork.
Yeah, the Russians are super aggressive. You know, Kansas outlawed hunting of feral hogs. So, you know, we quit doing that years and years ago.
and had a chance to put Russians, straight European swine in here. And they're a lot more aggressive.
Well, they're the ones that you want to hunt anyway.
Yeah, they're a lot more. They're extremely hard to come by in this part of the world, but they're extremely aggressive compared to other hogs. You've been watching Classic Hunts. Stay with us for more after these messages.
Live the experience with North America's premier authentic outfitter to the Old West, Buffalo Arms. Whether you're suiting up to reenact an historical battle or challenging yourself with a hunt reminiscent of our forefathers, Buffalo Arms has the clothing, the gear, the firearms and shooting supplies to make it real. Shop online today at www.buffaloarms.com. Buffalo Arms, outfitters to the Old West.
Lone Star Rifle Company, manufacturer of fine rolling block rifles. From authentically patterned American Western firearms to custom designed rifles, Lone Star Sporting and Target Rifles gives you the benefit of over 25 years of award-winning shooting and manufacturing excellence. Lone Star Rifle Company also offers customized gunsmithing to improve the performance and beauty of your existing rolling block rifle. Lone Star Rifle Company, doing one thing and doing it best.
Where's the dog's gone? I don't see him here.
Oh, they circled right in here. The thing of this, these Catahoulas, they won't be probably no more than 150 yards away from us at any point in time, unless they hit a hog, bump a hog. And they keep, if they don't know where we're at, they'll come back and check on us or make eye contact with me out there somewhere. That's the beautiful thing about a Catahoula. They keep coming back there. Now when they bump a hog, you'll hear him. He'll bark or he'll yip, and then they'll take off on him, and stuff. The edges
Those are hog tracks.
Right, but see, that's this morning. See how the edges are starting to get dry in the track?
Right, it's been there for a while.
Compared to that. See, the edges flaky and dry. Take them, flake them.
At first glance, they almost look like deer tracks.
Yeah.
They're not that much different.
They're shorter and a little wider kind of thing.
They're not as pronounced at the rear either.
Right. Like this. Now these dogs, they're not picking up these old tracks. They're bumping something. They're gonna have to bump something.
Listen to them. Yep.
Mingo's got something going. There goes Bear. We got something happening. We're in the water.
Now they're coming back.
Mingo's back.
Hey, Mingo.
Well, must not have been a hog. Might have been an elk or a deer.
Their little bell's doing pretty well right now.
Because they usually brush up in this kind of stuff, and I've had to kind of shoot them at about this distance.
That's a hell of a way to make a living.
I know it, man.
Yeah.
I know. Now this area over here is real thick, and wide on the other side. If we go down and we don't bump hogs, we're going to come back on that side. What we walk through over here is probably 5 times that size. Smell them? Yeah, I smell them.
Oh, that's a strong odor.
I smell them. We may have one brushed up here in front of us as the dog.
I can see one through the tamaracks here. Just barely moving.
Which side of the creek he's on?
I think it's on the other side of the creek.
Oh yeah! Bingo! Oh yeah!
I think it was right over here.
Come on!
Hunting bear at home is the same way. That was real fun and a lot of fun.
Okay, I think Mingo's found us one.
There they go.
They're moving up rapidly. We don't have to get in a big hurry. The dog, you know, they're gonna stay on them. So what we don't want to do is rush up there real fast before the dogs kind of get them settled down. Like right now, they're running, and we're not gonna be able to keep up with them. So what we do, we'll just kind of ease along, and eventually they'll bay them up. In fact, they may even turn, if they keep breaking that bay, they may come back into us. But we got the dogs will wear them down after a while.
Good, I'm too old. Where's Mingo? Huh?
There's Mingo. Well, sometimes he just like bumps a rabbit. He'll let out that little squeal and go about 4 or 5 jumps like that, but he knows
not going any further.
He knows that ain't a hog.
No hogs over there, Mingo?
I don't know where the other dog is. That's the thing, once they open up on a hog, they'll all be together then. Sounds like the dog's got some hogs, some Russians over in these thickets. We're gonna get this pup over there and see what we got. Come on, pup. When we walk up, the hogs will break. Right now, I want them dogs to work the hogs a little bit.
So we want to shoot them.
Right. We want them to kind of hold them up, bay them up. We'll call baying them up, working them. And because like when we walk up there, that's the biggest chance for one of them big Russians to break and run. I'd like to get that pup. What she's doing right now.
Just hold off.
They ain't gonna go anywhere. You've been watching Classic Hunts. Stay with us for more after these messages. I'm Lee Hawes. You're watching Classic Hunts. Rifle I use on a lot of these Russian boar hunts, because I'm down in the thick tamaracks and the salt cedars and the sand and the water. There's a little single shot, little rifle in a 44. It's what we call a crack open rifle. This particular model is an NEF, and it's just about bomb proof. Got it fitted with a ghost ring sight, and I can pack the thing down in through the creek bottom, drop it in the river, pull it back up, blow it out, and away I go some more.
The rifle I'm shooting is a US Repeating Arms 4590. Restocked it myself, then I sent it off to Doug Turnbull to do the beautiful work on it. They case colored it, re-blued it, niter blue, rust blue, and then they engraved it in the number 10 Winchester style. I think the engraving's so good it possibly might be better than the original stuff.
When we walk up, the hogs will break. Right now, I want them dogs to work the hogs a little bit.
So we want to shoot them.
Right. We want them to kind of hold them up, bay them up. We'll call baying them up, working them. Just ignore her. What you got to do is you ignore her, and that way she'll realize this guy's back. You got to go out there. We're gonna do something down, I think.
This is what
Yeah.
But you're right, it does calm in, doesn't it?
Big time. Sorry, I'm just trying to get us to where we
Don't
can
even apologize.
Eat him. Okay. Watch over here, Mike. It's a nice. Let's keep an eye on this crossing. A nice Russian comes across. There's one on the other side. See him just about to step in the water?
Yeah.
Do him.
Boy, they're tough.
Keep an eye on him.
Too
Keep
high.
an eye on him.
I thought it busted his shoulder.
Okay. He's a. Okay, the dog.
That wasn't too high.
Come on. Yeah. I'll still be completely down here. We lost bell on this thing.
You know, my shot was high the first one, but at home, that's when I put a bear down.
Yeah. Oh, these things are way down. Boy, that can come through.
Ooh, this is fun.
He did good. He did good. Look at that. Good. Woo! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Now that shot there ranged forward to it.
Yeah. You want me to do the honors?
Please.
Let me see. Don't trust these son of a bucks. Whew.
That's a lot more exciting than your average deer hunt.
Yeah.
This is Mingo. He is our #1 triple-digit dog hog. He thinks he's the top dog, hog dog.
Say that 3
That's a
times
lot
real
of
fast.
words,
Yeah. He's pretty tenacious. He's a Catahoula, one we've had since he was a little bitty guy, and he's been trained on these Russian boar. The bigger dog, black and tan's named Boar, and he's a protege in the making of Mingo. He's about 1.5 years old. The spotted pups, I don't remember. I'd have to look. Probably 6 months old or less. Just kind of coming up. This is her first trip. You've been watching Classic Hunts. Stay with us for more after these messages.
Over 20 years of honoring gunmakers' traditions. Over 15,000 firearms accurately restored. Doug Turnbull Restoration has the knowledge, skill, and keen eye for detail that can restore your vintage firearm to its original condition and preserve the history it represents. Our bluing, case color hardening, and restoration methods and techniques are all derived from manufacturer specifications that have been in place for over 100 years. Doug Turnbull Restoration, where firearms history comes to life.
I'm Lee Hawes, professional hunter, outfitter, and the host of the television show Classic Hunts. I was recently in Russia hunting brown bear near Siberia. The temperatures were 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. The only thing that kept me warm, comfortable, and dry was my Wool Power garments. Wool Power, when going indoors, is not an option.
Eat him. Okay. Watch over here, Mike. It's a nice. Let's keep an eye on this crossing. A nice Russian comes across. There's one on the other side. See him just about to step in the water?
Yeah.
Do him.
Boy, they're
Keep,
tough.
keep
too.
an eye on him.
Too
Keep an
high.
eye on him.
Thought I'd bust him in the shoulder.
Okay. He's a. Okay, the dog.
That wasn't too high.
Come on. Yeah. I'll still be completely down here. We lost bell on this thing.
You know, my shot was hard. The first one was at home. That's when I put a bear down.
Yeah. Oh, these things are way there. Boy, that country
Ooh, this fun.
He did good. He did good. Look at that. Good. Woo! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Now that shot there ranged forward to it.
Yeah. You want me to do the honors? Please. Let's see. Let's trust these son of a bucks. Whew.
That's a lot more exciting than your average deer hunt.
Yeah. One of the things I want to talk about today is interest to you hog hunters. This is just a plain Jane utility knife. And what we do is we use a disposable blade, and it's used for composition shingles. It's not the linoleum one, I don't believe, but you can find this in some of your lumber yards. And an old guy showed me this little trick, and he called it a zip knife because it was like a zipper. You could just take hold of it like a zipper, just runs down through the legs. Well, this little blade works real handy. You can hook it on this leg like this. Call it a zipper. You just run it right down just like that. See how easy that was? Works really good. He's actually got this tusk broke off from fighting. This is these wetters. That's what really tear a dog up. That's why we vest up our main dog that goes in. Pretty vicious. You've been watching Classic Hunts. Mike West and I have been hunting Russian boar here in western Kansas on one of my operations. Mingo's talking in the background. He says, if you want to come hunt with me in western Kansas and hunt Russian boar, contact information will be on your screen up there. Mike, thanks for joining us. It's been great having you here.
It's one of the funnest times I've had in a long time, Lee. Thank you very much.
It's been good having you here. Thanks for joining us. See you back here next week for more Classic Hunts.
Classic Hunts with Lee Hawes is brought to you by Buffalo Arms, outfitters to the Old West. Turnbull Restoration, preserving history, one gun at a time. Shoots in black powder, only the best in world-class black powder. Lone Star Rifle Company, doing one thing and doing it best. Whoa Power, when going indoors is not an option. And Hawes Ranch Outfitters, adventure is our business.